Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Crusader Kings 2, the Game of Thrones mod Let's Play. So in the last episode, I asked you guys whether or not we should continue the series beyond episode 40, and I was pretty impressed with the response that we got. There was a lot of people that really came out in vocal support of this series and continuing it, and so we'll keep going, but I would like to remind you guys that if you are enjoying a series, definitely stay vocal about it, because that's the only way I can really tell whether or not you guys are enjoying something. I mean, I can go off viewership numbers and things like that, but it's not quite the same. So if you guys are actively telling me in the comments that you're enjoying it, that is the best way for me to know what's going on. Or if there's something about the series that you'd like to see improved, I mean, feel free to vocalize that as well. But, you know, you gotta communicate with me. So, anywho, we're continuing on. And so we are working on our claims over on the northwestern front here. We grabbed Arendelle in the last episode. And we are currently working on Breakstone Hill at the moment. We are working on that title claim. So, we'll be waiting on that. In the meantime, we'll kind of keep finagling against the Boltons and see what we can do on that front, but otherwise I think that's pretty much the plan. So let's get started, and while we're doing that, I would just like to remind you to hit that like button if you're enjoying the series so far and you'd like to see more, and don't forget to comment as well, and then hit that subscribe button if you're new and would like to follow along with this series, or just, you know, stick around and see what happens on the channel. So that melee is finally over. That was a long melee, wasn't it? Let's see. Another faction disbanded. And, you know, I'm going to go back to realm mode. As much as I hate the north, well, the entire kingdom, really, to be one solid colored blob, I don't like the way that this constantly shifts, depending on, which province I click on. I'd prefer it just stay with my colors. I don't know if there's another one I can click. Revolt, Dynasty... Opinions, no. Direct vassals, also no. Governments, no. Defensive pacts, also no. So yeah, I guess we're gonna stick with realms. Okay, so a non-aggression pact between Chael Karstark and Duncan Raventree has dissolved. Okay. Duncan of Shadowmoor. How old is he currently? He is 12. He's still betrothed to Daisy Stain. I'm thinking of the wrong person. I was supposed to be looking at... well, I was curious about his age too, but I was more curious about my heir's current age. So he is 16. They are married. He does have a child. That happened in the last episode, so yeah. I recall that, but that's really unfortunate that they've already had a daughter. Hopefully we can get rid of her before they have a son, because, I mean, he would be the first heir. So that's the goal, anyway. We've got Clay Raventree, who's not a particularly good character, but we might work him into this land grab at some point. I've had a really hard time finding people worthy of giving land to in this particular series. Where are we at with this intrigue? 111%. And look at that, Lord Callan's even jumping on board. He does not like his wife, apparently. Which is funny, because he's the one that chose her. I didn't choose that wife for him, nor did anybody else. He was a lord in his own right when he chose that wife. So, it's all on him, but if he wants to help me in my intrigue, I'm okay with that. Sorry, brother, you get to keep rotting for what you did. Who did... Oh, he's still technically holding this. That's funny. I need to revoke it. I don't think I... Yeah, I can't. That's right. So I'm just going to keep leaving him in there, hoping that he dies, and then I don't have to execute him myself, because his son is going to hate me if I execute him. But if he dies of natural causes in prison, then the kid might be less spiteful about it. I'm going to ignore that one as well. Disbanded, blah, blah, blah. Okay. We haven't done any upgrades to any of our holdings in a while. Let's see. We did get Castletown, which is what we had been saving up for a long time. I don't really see anything else that immediately stands out. I wonder if Last Hearth has anything that might be worth grabbing. We'll take a look as soon as this autosave is over. Okay. So let's see. Last Hearth. There's a lot of stuff we could actually build here. What would the farms do? Plus 0.2 income and plus 50 light infantry. That's not bad. Income and a little bit of troops. We get a little bit of piety right there. That's all going to be garrison and levies, right? Yeah, pretty much. So I think this is the best route. We can't get Castletown anytime soon here. I guess we just need the money, so I could save up. That's going to be plus 1.5. You know what? I'm just gonna save up. Mark. Who is Mark? I think he was following Lord Duncan's mother when she rebelled against us. That might have been what it was. So, would anybody be willing to pay for him? No. I guess I'll just release him then. He's nobody important, so it's not like it's a big deal. Alright, so we can close that, and... Oh, now you're going to start an elective succession. Oh, in the Iron Throne, okay. I thought it was in the north. Okay, we're gonna blow up our heir's wife with manure, yeah. The old manure under the floorboards trick. It's actually really interesting what passed for explosive back in medieval times. There's even formed an alliance with Red Bramble. Who are you? Turnberry, Lordship. Okay, apparently he's like forming alliances with insignificant factions. What I was saying is in medieval times, sometimes what they would do to besiege a castle or a keep or walls or whatever is they would actually dig down under them, and then they would wrangle a bunch of pigs in there and then start a fire and trap the pigs in there, and the pigs would basically work as demolition when the fire got to them. Let's see. Lady Sarah perished in the explosion. She went out with a bang. We need to immediately jump on this. Air. Nope. Okay, that was right. Sarah Whitehill is dead. We need to arrange a marriage. Unfortunately, because he's not part of my court, this is actually going to be really difficult to do. I don't really have anybody who would be worthy. I mean, I've got like these two who are terrible characters, and then another terrible character who's way too old. So that's tricky. That is tricky. Well, hopefully he just has better judgment moving forward. So we succeeded with our plot. Is there any other plots that might be worth doing at the moment? Just killing people, rescuing people, kidnapping people, inciting people to rebellion. That might be worth doing in a couple of cases. Let's see. I'll go with that one. Right, so is there anybody that we might want to rebel against us? We can't revoke titles, we can only banish and execute people, so that makes this really difficult. I mean, like, he's the only one who's not really that loyal to me, but he's still a very good character, so I like having him around, even if he's not going to contribute as much to my levies as somebody else might. Yeah, I don't see anywhere where that would be to my advantage. If anything, I want to keep everybody that I have, because it's been very, as I said before, it's been very difficult for me to find capable and loyal vassals that are worth giving territory to. And so if I uproot somebody, it's just going to make it even harder, because now I have even more land to hand out to even fewer people, which is not at all what I want. That title is sure taking a while, isn't it? That claim, I guess I should say. Let's see, 2,000 men at her disposal, all of which are basically in her levy. Let's see, 1.8, basically 1.9k. It said 1.93 though. I wonder where those extras are from. No longer my Storm Singer, which I believe is like my... Did you guys both die? No, you just left. That's not good. Why did they leave? Or did we die? Oh, okay, I see what happened. So our mother died. And we are now in charge of White Harbor. Oh no. Oh no. You snake. Oh man. Are we already a tyrant? If we're not already a tyrant, then we're kind of screwed. Yeah, we're kind of screwed. See, the problem with not having any throwaway provinces is I basically have to give him one of the major hold capitals in the north, or I become a tyrant right now. So, and he's like so disloyal too. That sucks. Can I just like, can I lock him up? What can we do with him? I mean, that's gonna cost me relations. Propose a foreign tour. I could try to assassinate him while he's on his foreign tour or something. Plot to kill. That's not very likely to happen. It just... I hate that you basically become a tyrant if you say no. Let's promise to arrange it, and if this ends up happening, we'll give him that one, and then if he continues to be a pain in our ass, we'll incite a rebellion and just replace him. But I do not want to have to do that with one of these major provinces. It's just the garrisons the levies in these provinces are massive, and it's going to be a lot harder to deal with one of those than it would be if he was like holding this. No. Arbitrary, cruel, or proud. Wow, you're a real winner, kid. Wroth or proud. Well, proud is like the only good trait here. Arbitrary is really bad. Cruel is actually not that bad. So I'm tempted to go with this one because it's like a 50-50 chance. The thing is, Wroth is a lot better than Arbitrary because at least with Wroth, you're getting +1 for a -2. With Arbitrary, you're getting a -3 without any benefits. So it's tough because this one... Yeah, it's 80% chance that we get Wroth, but Wroth isn't that bad as what we have a 50-50 shot of getting here. So I might go for this one. Yeah, so he's Wroth. Okay, well, he's better at martial skill now, at least. His diplomacy went down a bit, and his intrigue did too. That's fine, because I don't want him intriguing against me, I guess. Oh, nice. Oh, we have so much money. I should probably buy some upgrades, huh? So, we were looking at the castle town here. Before I do that, let's look at White Harbor and see what they might need. Wow, what happened to your levy? A wine cellar, castle town, we can build that as well. I could build both and be broke for a while. But then, in a year's time, we would be raking in the money. I say we go for it. We're gonna build this one. Kind of gambling here, but this could really benefit us. So I'm gonna go for both of those. Okay. So we've got 30 gold. Not that bad. We had 80 a couple minutes ago, so we're not that far off. Brandon Manderley has banished Lady Jorel of Oldcastle. Has been banished, okay. This is Lord Garrus' son, if you guys remember. He was briefly the Lord of White Harbor after his father finally perished. We're going to make sure he doesn't come around this way. If he comes back and tries to take this title from us, at least now it's mine, so they have to usurp it directly from me. And I can enforce that claim directly, but still. We're going to put an end to that quick. Let's see, we've been studying alchemy recently for the sole purpose of learning everything you can about poison, so we gained some intrigue. Okay. Well, I mean, you're still pretty terrible, but good for you. Let's actually look at maybe assassinating our brother. I can't really afford to have him come back around before, wow, a lot of umbers on here. Before we have either a minor title to give him, or before we can kill him, because, wait. I have a child in my prison, she's Lord of Oldcastle. Interesting. Whoa, no. Don't do that. Let's see. I'm gonna ransom you. And then you are... Wow, really? The Lord of Oldcastle. Her father died, okay. I can't just release her? It's kind of interesting. There we go. Why won't it let me? Oh, okay. Because we're ransoming her mother to her currently. While we're waiting for that, let's start working on this. Plot to kill. And then let's get this opened up to everybody. We'll bring on Mr. Willard. And is there anybody else? Yeah. Grolio. Coming in with 15%. Theoden has another 15. I wouldn't mind paying him off to join us. Let's see. 15 gold for 13. You know what? Go for it, because I don't care how much it raises it. I just care that he's willing to join us. 15 gold is about the lowest you'll find on those, so I'll take it. Okay. Got lots of intrigue happening right now. Okay, so she's been, or her mother's been freed. Now we'll go ahead and release her. Why can't we ransom her to herself? You can do that with most lords. Maybe it's because she's a child still. I would assume that's why. She's probably got like a regent or somebody. Cool. He's just like, oh, that sounds like something interesting. I'm okay. I'm old and bored. No, thank you. I'm keeping all three. That did bump our domain size up to 2, so we're still 1 over, but now we have 3 major holdings rather than just the 2. Also, what's that put our strength at? 7,000, huh? But we're only at 4,500. What is Lord Medjur at? About 6. So we are ahead of him now, but we... I mean, we will be. We will be. Because we need to obviously recover our full strength. But I think I'd prefer to gain a little bit extra before we go at them. I'd like to have all of these before we do that. It's just, Winton's taking his sweet time over here in Breakstone. He's really killing me with not getting that title. Some stuff happening in Dorne that I don't particularly care about. And let's see, how is our good old Lady Mylessa doing? She's been around forever. How old is she currently? Only 55. It feels like she's been around for like the majority of this playthrough. Let's see, she's got 2 sons, Walton and Cohenred Woolfield. Okay. You're her heir. Uh-oh. Non-dynastic, huh? Why? Oh, right. I was thinking that the title was going to pass outside of our lordship, but it's just going to pass outside the Raventree name, which isn't that big of a deal. I sort of gave that to her under the assumption that that would happen, because I knew that it wasn't a matrilineal marriage when I gave that title over. Non-aggression pact between Duncan Raventree and Rob. Stain has dissolved. Okay. Did your wife die or something? Huh. She wants to get married. Is she not currently married? That's pretty strange. Like, it says they're married. Wife. It would say betrothed if they weren't married yet. I'll take piety, because why not? Ronald Umber. I keep forgetting that we had a few Umbers in our family tree. I guess we have almost every major... No, not every, but definitely we've had Manderleys, we've had Karstarks, and we've had Umbers in our family tree. We haven't had any Starks yet, and we haven't had any Boltons, I don't think. Or there doesn't seem to be a lot out in the west of the north. Like, it seems like all the major players are in the east. You know, you've got the Umbers, you've got the Karstarks, you've got the Manderleys, you got the Starks right smack in the middle. I think the castles, right, House Dustin in Barrowton is probably the biggest one in the west, I would think. And then I think the castles are over in the west as well, but I keep forgetting where exactly they are. Okay. How are we doing on our plot? 93%, not bad. Not bad. Where is he currently? What is your current location? Commander of Carhold. Does that mean he's in Carhold? I wish it were more clear about his current location. I guess if I go to my court and he's there, then we know where he is. I'm sure there's somewhere that tells me, but I don't recall where. Because I'm always playing a different version of this game, and so it's difficult. Yeah, he is here. It's difficult to keep track of where all these things are in the menus because... let's see. I need you... Building a spy network in Carhold. Because these things change slightly over different versions of the game, and when we were playing, like, Elder Kings, for example, I was on, like, a really, really old version of the game, and then, for this mod, I had to update to the newest version, and then once we started the series, they actually patched the game again, and so we're no longer on the current version of the game. Really, dude? It hasn't even been, like, a year. Oh, I'm not giving him Last Hearth. I'm gonna have to become a tyrant. I don't have a choice. Yeah, so we just gained tyranny. Oh well. I'm not disregarding my vassals, it's just like my brother in particular is an asshole and I don't feel like giving him territory. Like, he is so spiteful toward us. Look at this. Minus 100. And that was at like minus 80 or something like that before we spited him by not giving him a title. Not to mention that he hasn't really done anything for us. So, like, why would I reward him, you know? Sometimes the way this game forces you along doesn't make sense. We've seen that a few times in this series. He's a better maester than Brandon, huh? You're probably a better spy master than... you're tied. But you are a better maester. So there you go. Okay. Right, and we are out of time for the day. So I'm going to break it off here, and we'll pick back up in the next episode, where hopefully we can grab this claim, so we can start furthering our conquest of the northwest of the north. That was a lot of norths and wests and things, but yeah. We're going to try to continue to grab up this land. Once we have all 4 of these, or the 3 remaining anyway, we'll start looking at taking over the Dreadfort and the Boltons, and basically solidify our hold on the eastern half of the north. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Crusader Kings 2 with you, and I look forward to seeing you back here for the next episode.